Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Rajat Automation Interviews. So today we'll see one program, Java program to print all the unique pairs whose sum is 10. Okay, so this is one of the question which was asked to me in my recent interviews. So I thought like it would be good to share with you all also, like what sort of program was asked and what was the output they were expecting and what was the logic I came up with. Okay, probably you guys also can face the same kind of questions. So let's today see the Java program. Okay, so the program was something like this, right? You have to write a program to print all the unique pairs whose sum is 10. Now here you can also have sum as any number like an nth number, or probably uh, any number they can give you, like the pairs whose sum is something this, right? For me it was 10, so I'll take same example. Okay, so what they have given, they have given me one array with integer elements here. Okay, and they were expecting the unique pairs. Remember, the main thing to focus here is, okay, so you can print all the pairs, but you need to print the unique pairs here, right? So if you see you, what possible pairs we can have whose sum is 10. So 5 comma 5 give me one pair whose sum is 10. Now 3 comma 7 is the other pair whose sum is 10. Again, if you see 3 comma 7 here will again give me 10, right? So this is one pair 3 comma 7, and from here it will come as 3 comma 7. So this is the duplicate pair, right? So we need to have the unique pair. Now 4 comma 6 will give me one pair, and again 6 comma 4 give me one pair, but these are also duplicates. So here the condition was, like, if you are printing 4 comma 6 and you are also printing 6 comma 4, that also seems to be a duplicate pair. So you have to print either of them, right? So either you print 4 comma 6 or you print 6 comma 4. Both are not allowed, so they consider 4 comma 6 and 6 comma 4 also as a duplicate. 4 comma 6 4 comma 6 is also a duplicate, but the 4 comma 6 and 6 comma 4 also, pair is also a duplicate, because they seems to be a same kind of pair whose sum is 10. Okay, so they wanted us the unique pair. So what are the possible unique pairs which you can make from this given array whose sum is 10? One is 5 comma 5, 3 comma 7, 1 comma 9, 4 comma 6, and 0 comma 10, right? I mean, just you can have a close look to this array and see uh, what possible unique pairs you can make here. For me it was like 5 comma 5, 3 comma 7, 1 comma 9, 4 comma 6, and 0 comma 10, right? Yeah, so we'll see this program, this Java program, and we build the logic. Okay, and we'll see how we going to write this program, right? So let's jump into the one of the Java compiler. Okay, so we'll remove this system.print and we'll start with the program. Okay, so what we going to do, we'll take the same array. Okay, we'll say this, we'll take some sample array and let's take this array only. Okay, let's take this array. Okay, now what we're going to do, so what is your initial thought process, like if you were given this program, what is the first step and what is the first thing that will click on your mind to start with this program? First of all, you you don't start writing the program. Okay, you first need to understand the problem, what is the exact output they are expecting, think over it, and then start writing the program. I see a lot of people, as soon as they have given a program, they start writing the program, uh, don't know like from where they are starting, and what is the next step, and what is the actually program demanding, right? So you first need to build some little bit of logic, explain to the program, okay, this is what I'm trying to do, and discuss with that person, and then start with the program, right? Don't just start writing for loop, declaring the variables. No, it's not going to help you. Okay, so first think of the logic. So here the logic would be the first thought process will click, as far as I am concerned. What I'll do, I'll pick uh, one element and the next element, add both of them and check whether their sum is equals to 10, and then probably print the both element, right? That will going to give me a one pair. Okay, let's forget about the unique pair here. Let's only focus on the all the possible pairs we're going to get it from this array whose sum will be equals to 10. Okay, so how we're going to achieve that? We're going to achieve by adding two for loop. One is the outer for loop, second one is the inner for loop. The first for loop or the outer for loop, what will it going to do? It will take the first element, okay, and the inner for loop, it will going to take the next element, and the inner loop will run till the length of the array, okay. And what will it going to do? It will going to add each element of the array to this 5 and check whether that is equals to 10 or not, right? So 5 comma 3, 10, no. 5 comma 1, 10, no. 5 comma 4, no. 5 comma 5, yes, this will give me the sum 10. So this is one pair I could have, right? Then this is the one possible pair. I'm not talking about the unique pair, I'm only talking about the possible pair. So how are we going to achieve that? I'm going to achieve this by adding two for loop, right? Okay, so let's add two for loop here. Okay, I a dot length, okay, and I plus plus. Now another for loop which will going to iterate from the next element, okay, okay, and this will again going to run till the length of the array, okay, j plus plus. Okay, now we have two for loop, okay, one for loop is running to the length of the array, the second for loop is running from the next element. So if the I is 0, it will start from 1, if the I is 1, it will start from 2, like that. Okay, now what we have to check here, we have to check now the element which I get from ith index and the element which I will get from jth index will have some 10 or not, right? So we'll have the if condition in place. We'll say if ai plus aj equals to 10, right? So this is my condition. Now what I'll do, I'll take one variable, let's say p1, or probably this is for storing the element, okay, probably. So we'll say p1 and p2 equals to 0. Okay, let's take this like, okay, 0, and then what we'll do, p1 will store ai here, okay. We don't want to disturb the array itself, so we'll take p1 and p2 and store the variable, sorry, store the value of a and, sorry, ai and aj, right? Now so we'll we'll run this program, okay. So we'll say, okay, so I equals to 0, I equals to 0 means 5, okay. Now it will come to the inner loop, j equals to I plus 1, I plus 1 means 0 plus 1, 1, 1 means 3. It will going to add 5 plus 3, 10, no. 5 plus 1, condition false. 5 plus 4, condition false. 5 plus 5 condition true, it will come to this if block, condition true. Now it will come here. Now ai, what is ai? 5. So it will assign to, it will 5 will get like p1 will be equals to 5. And what is aj? Aj is also 5, so p2 will also be equals to 5. Now p1 and p2 both have value 5. So this is one pair we got. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll simply print this pair. Okay, oops, okay, this happens to me every time in this compiler. Okay, so we'll print the pairs. Okay, pairs would be p1, right? Let's say comma p2. Okay, simple program. Let's forget about the unique pairs as of now. We'll only print all the possible pairs which will going to give me a same 10, right? Let's run this program and see what output we are getting. Okay, so what we got all the possible pairs which can be made out of this array whose sum is 10, right? So if you check 5 comma 5, 3 comma 7, 1 comma 9, every pair will be, if you sum that pair it will come out to be 10, right? But here you see you are getting the duplicate pairs as well, as we have discussed at the starting of the video, right? That 3 comma 7, 3 comma 7, this is a duplicate pair, so this they don't want. They only want one pair to be displayed and other duplicate pair to be ignored. Again, if you see 4 comma 6, 4 comma 6, it is printing me all the possible pairs, all the duplicate pairs, right? Again, if you see, this is one scenario where it is the duplicate pair, and this is also one scenario where it is a duplicate pair. So 4 comma 6 and 6 comma 4 is also considered to be a duplicate pair. So we have to see this case also and remove that duplicate pairs also, right? So what we need to print, we need to print these pairs: 5 comma 5, 3 comma 7, 1 comma 9, 4 comma 6 and 0 comma 10, correct? So yeah, so what we'll do now, we will build a logic to remove the duplicate pairs from here. So how we're going to do that? Think over it. I mean, just pause the video, think of the logic for a minute or probably for 2 or 3 minutes, and think, okay, we got these possible pairs. Now what logic should I have in place so that I can remove the duplicate pairs? Duplicate pair means 4 comma 6 is also duplicate. 4 comma 6, 4 comma 6 is a duplicate pair here. If you see here, right, this is a duplicate pair. And if you see this 4 comma 6 and 6 comma 4, this is also duplicate pair. So you have to think about this scenario also, okay, while removing the duplicate. So what logic you can think of? Okay, just I'll request you to pause the video and probably think over it, and if you have the solution, probably just see what solution I will be providing, and if you see, if you have a better solution from my solution also, so that is also great, right? So this is how you're going to start thinking over the programming, right? Like, okay, this is something we can do, how we can do, like that. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, so what I'll come up with this solution is, I'll have one list in place. Okay, let's first about think of, okay, let's first talk about the logic and then we're going to write the program. Okay, so my logic would be, how will I going to identify that these are the unique pairs and these are the these are the duplicate pairs? How? Okay, so what I'll do, if you see the difference of these pairs, what I'll do, 5 minus 5, it will give me a 0, right? Now another pair whose difference is 0 will again be 5 comma 5 only, right? So again, if 5 comma 5 or is giving 0, and again if I have any pair which is 5 comma 5, again the difference will be 0, right? I mean, pair whose difference coming out to be a unique number, and if you print that number only, I mean if you print that pair only, that will be a unique one, right? So what I'll do, I'll take the difference of all the pairs, store it in the list, and see if the difference is already present in the list, I'll ignore that pair. Okay, so I'll give you one example. So check for 5 comma 5. So here 5 minus 5, that will give me a 0. I'll What I'll do, I'll add this that difference which is 0 to my list. Okay, now 3 comma 7, 3 minus 7, sorry, 7 minus 3, I mean I will do the absolute difference will. Okay, so 7 minus 3 will give me a 4, right? So 4 will be added to the list. 9 minus 1, 8. 8 will get added to my list. 4 comma 4, oh sorry, 6 minus 4, 2. 2 will get added to my list. Now again, if you see here, again this will give me a difference 2. Now what I'll check, I'll have a condition in place that if that difference 2 is already present in my list, then ignore this, don't print this pair, right? Again here, if you see for the other scenario, 6 minus 4, right? Again difference is 2. Again this is a 2 is already, that was already present in my list, right? So I'll ignore this pair also. So in that way I will only have one pair whose difference will be 2. Other pairs which seems to be duplicate will get ignored. Am I making sense, guys? Right? Yeah. So this is how will I going to proceed with this logic. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll quickly have this in my program also, so that you can have a better understanding of this. So I'll take a list. Okay, okay, we'll say new array list. Okay, and then we have integer array list. Okay, and I need to import this also, right? Import, this comes under java dot util dot. Okay, I'll import everything from util, right? So I've taken one list. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll simply, before this, I'll have one if condition in place, that if li dot contains, okay, contains what, math dot absolute p2 minus p1, anything you can do because it's an absolute difference, so it will give you only the positive value. Okay, so li is coming from list. So if li contains math dot absolute the difference, which means what I'm checking here, I'm trying to check here that if the list already contains that the difference of the pair, then probably you ignore that thing and only print the unique pairs. Okay, what I'll do, if the condition is true, I mean if the list doesn't contains the difference, then you add it to that list. Okay, so just like 5 minus 5, 0, right? So here the in my first condition, the 0 was or not already present in my list. So what I'll do, I'll add to my list. Okay, okay, what I'll do, again I'll take it from here. Okay, uh, if the list doesn't have the difference, then add it to the list, right? Yeah. Okay, and we'll print that, we will print that pair. You're getting what I'm trying to do here. So what I'm trying to do here, if the list doesn't contains the difference already in the list, then what you can do, you can just add that difference to the list, right? So 5 minus 5, 0. In the first place, 0 will not be present in my list, so I'll add it. I'll add 0 to my list. Now again 3 comma 7, 7 minus 3, 4. 4 I will get added to my list. 1 comma 9, 8 will get added to my list. here difference is 2 will get added to my list. Now again this will come, right? Now again the difference is 2. Now since the 2 is already present in my list, so this condition will be false and it will not go under this if condition, and that pair will not get printed, right? So this is how I'm going to uh, what do you say, print the element, right? Now let me run the program and quickly show you what pairs I am getting now. Okay, so if you see what I'm getting, I'm getting 5 comma 5, 3 comma 7, 1 comma 9, 4 comma 6, 0 comma 10, all the unique pairs, right? I mean 3 comma 7, 1 comma 9, 4 comma 6. If you see here for 4 comma 6 it was 4 comma 6, it was again 4 comma 6, and there was one pair. Okay, what happened, give me a second, let me run again. Yeah, so if you see we were having 4 comma 6, 4 comma 6 two times, and we were also having one pair which was 6 comma 4, right? So it ignored that and it gave me only the unique pairs. And if you match it with what we were expecting, we were getting 5 comma 5, we are getting 5 comma 5, 3 comma 7, we are getting 3 comma 7, 1 comma 9, we are getting 1 comma 9, 4 comma 6, 4 comma 6, and 0 comma 10, right? So these all are the unique pairs which I am getting now, right? So that was all about the program here. Okay, if you guys have any questions regarding this program, or you have any better logic for this program, please do mention in the comment. And if you have a good logic better than this logic, then do let me know in the comment section that hey Rajat, I have a better solution. Probably I'll just go through that and we can discuss over it, right? So that is all from my side, guys. Hope this video helped you guys with the program, with one of the Java program. And please subscribe to the channel and like the video, and press the bell icon to get notified for every time I upload any video, right? So keep learning, keep testing. Thank you guys. Bye bye.